from a place of need versus making money from a place of desire. Okay? Now, say hello in the comments, whether you're watching live or on the replay. And I really want you to feel this today. I really want you to connect with this. I really want you to see how this plays out in your own life, okay? So, making money from a place of need versus making money from a place of desire. Think about when you go somewhere in a regular business and you could tell that that person doesn't really care about the customer service or experience and is there to just for themselves. That person is there to make money based off their own needs, okay? Versus someone who works, serves, makes money from a place of desire because they want to be there, because they care about the work at hand. Because they care about their intentions and what is happening at any given time at that place. You, at any stage of your journey, whatever work that you do, whether you're working for a job or you have a business or you're stepping into your service and it's a new territory, there's a whole different energy that must be harnessed before we go and offer our solution-based service in the world. And that's the energy of self-sufficiency, okay? If I were to sell you coaching based off my needs, how much of a service is that actually for you? Versus, I sell you a service from a place of desire, from a place of connection, from a place of envisioning what is possible, because I live it, but also because I can hold that. And not because I need money or I need you as a client, it's because I desire to serve. So it's a completely different vibration. And so when we talk about this week of offering your service and understanding what your offer looks like to create $1,000 a month or more, when we talk about these practical things, we need to have a clear understanding of the energy. Because when you go to offer your service and your package or whatever your offering is, if you're still in the energy of needing something, this is going to, you will always be in a state of lack. Versus understand the value of being in the energy of self-sufficiency. So this requires the inner work first. For you to actually offer a solution in the world, it can't come from a place of neediness. Like, I need something from you, then I will offer the service. It can't at all. So the old way of working and the old mentality, I said this in my live yesterday when we were talking about stop trading dollars for hours. If your only context is to make money to pay your bills, this conversation is not for you. But you're here because your context is bigger. The context of your life is bigger. So it's not just I'm making money to pay my bills. There's more. I have a vision, I have a purpose, I have a mission. What I do in my spare time, where I put my intention, where I put my attention, where my level of thinking is, okay? Where I put my time, how I value my time, how I value my energy. This is all the intangibles that must be mastered and solidified before generating money. Money is energy. So if you're in the energy of needing something, that's where you're gonna stay. If you do things from a place of desire, I desire this, I desire to serve, I desire to create, I desire, at the end of the day, this is a journey of self-realization. When you think about solution-based services in the world, it's based off real needs in the world, other people's needs, right? Not my need. It maybe was an individual need, but this has to come from a place of I desire to show up. I desire to serve. I desire to offer my value, all that I have to offer. Not just in a small pinch of time, but in any given time, all that I have to offer. My energy, my level of consciousness, what I've overcome, in addition to my skills, talents, abilities, professional experience, personal experience, okay? So this is very much the intangibles. I want to give you an example, right? Where you really can understand this, okay? McDonald's, going through the drive-thru, okay? Unconscious business, right? Unconscious food, whatever. It's not about the judgment. This is an example to understand. As I am paying, the woman that is working there is literally talking to her colleague about her toe, okay? While I'm paying her, right? This is not a service, right? This is a product. And you have to understand the energy exchange there. That person is completely there for their own individual needs. If they were there to serve me, they would be present to the service. You have to understand that this is a game changer. So when my clients show up, whether it's in an email, in a paid session, in a course, it is present. It is in tune to them. It's focused. It's service. I'm there to put my undivided attention, time, energy into the service. It has nothing to do with my needs. I have to come from a place of my needs being met 100%. Now, sometimes you're going to see that maybe your physical needs at some point are not being met. You can't come to your solution-based service to meet those needs. You actually have to move into the inner work to meet your own needs. If you feel like you're lacking, how can you shift through, move through, acknowledge those lack, and come into desire, come into enoughness of what you do have, what is working? This is about self-mastery and self-realization. How can you live from your desires versus your needs? How can you live from your desires? This will require moving beyond the phase of needing. Like, what are your basic needs? And how can you feel into them being met so that you can serve at a higher level and not bring your unmet needs to the solution-based service? Because you're not going to be of service if you have unmet needs. It's an energy. It's not always a physical thing. It's how can I meet my needs internally so I can be in a state of self-sufficiency and serve. Otherwise, you're going to have a season of life where you just have to serve yourself and you need to sit down and take care of you. And as I mentioned, if your only job is to pay your bills and make money, then let that be. Let that be however you do it. But if your job is to make money serving your mission, then it has to come from a different vibration. It has to come from a different energy. It has to be rooted in I am enough. What I have something to offer. Not I need to pay my bills, or I need to make money, or I need. No. That is the conversation. That's the stuff that you need to work through in the inner work first. The inner work is the priority. How can you come to a state of self-sufficiency, reconnect with your desires, connect with your vision, and when you feel full, then show up and serve from a place of desire, not from a place of need. A lot of the times we project our unmet needs onto this external. I'm going to help someone else. But really, you have unmet needs here. So it's got to be like an internal meeting of the needs, and feeling into the feeling of I am sufficient. I have what I need. I am taken care of. I'm good so that I can serve. So that's thinking about what you need. Thinking about what you need to thrive, thinking about what you need, what your family needs, what your home life needs, so you can feel adequate, enough, sufficient, so that you can serve. So when we talk tomorrow about the service that you want to offer, when we talk about what that looks like, $1,000 a month, what your offer looks like, when we talk about being able to deliver that, to show up, to sell out, to serve your solution, this conversation today has to be mastered, okay? Offering a solution-based service from a place of your own neediness is not the vibe. It's not. It's offering your solution-based service in the world from a place of desire, from a place of believing in your solution, believing in the solution, believing in the change, believing in a different reality, believing in the transformation, believing. This is about your level of belief in yourself. So this is the game of self-belief, self-mastery, so that you can go out and show up And it is from extreme overflow. And it has nothing to do with the materials. It's about feeling so content in yourself, feeling responsible for your well-being, responsible for your joy, responsible for your self-sufficiency before you go out into the world and try to sell or deliver or give or whatever that is. You can apply this to the workforce. You can apply this to a job if you're working for another company. But at the end of the day, this making money from a place of desire versus need is going to change the context of everything. What happens when you think about your desires today versus your needs today? Needs are here. Desires are the next level, the layer of all of it. So if my needs were met, then what? So today is about you really tuning in. Where can you clean up the energy within you so that when we talk tomorrow about the solution-based service you want to offer, you feel equipped, you feel enough, you feel sufficient. So it's not, I'm thinking about the service now, and then when we talk about the money, we talk about the packages, and you start feeling not enough or lacking or scared, like this is the conversation that needs to happen first. We want to feel through the fears. We want to be able to expand and hold the capacity of, yes, I have the desire, and at the same time a fear is going to surface. This is polarity on the planet. We live on a polarity planet. So the desire comes, the fear also comes. Can you hold the desire? Can you hold the desire? And the fear at the same time? And which one are you going to infuse your energy on? Which one are you going to put your time, your energy, your attention to? Your fear or your love? Your fear or your desire? The moment that it's more about the desires, that 51% tipping point, it's a shift, an instant shift, just a little bit more, 51%. You don't need 100% desire. I live in 100% of my desires. I mean, that's ideal, right? But if we could just get into a place of tapping into our desires daily and being able to hold our fears, hold our doubts, hold our insecurities, but nurture the desire. Nurture that a little bit more. Nurture that a little bit more. Oh, I acknowledge this fear. Okay, how can I override this fear? By leaning into the desire, because the love is stronger, the desire is stronger, the willingness is stronger, the spirit within you is stronger. Okay? What happens? You could apply this to any other area of your life. Relationships, health. It's not just money, it's not just solution-based service. Your own sense of self. What happens when you shift your energy of needing, feeling like you need something, you're lacking something, to I'm enough, I'm sufficient, and I desire something? It closes the gap right away and puts you there. So how can you tune into the energy of your desires and lean into that energy and then take action from this place, anchored into the desire? Committed, plugged in, tapped in, tuned in, turned on to the desire, as Abraham Hicks says. Tapped in, tuned in, turned on. You got to plug in. You plug in to you every single day into a state of self-sufficiency, and then you ask yourself, how can I be of service today? How can I serve my solution today? So we're going to talk about that this week. We're going to get very specific. But this, making money from a place of desire versus need, is going to change everything. I have been coaching for 9 years. The only way I make money is by serving from a place of desire. If I ever try to offer my programs from a place of needing money or needing something for myself versus desiring to serve, desiring to facilitate the mission, the vision, what I'm here for, like letting that expand me, versus little me needs something, versus my vision is massive, and your vision and being able to lean into the desires and serve. Like, this is what's welling up within me, and this is what I desire to share, to speak on, to lead, to create. It's accessing your desires. Sometimes you're going to feel blocked from that. So, okay, I feel numb. You got to understand where you're at each day. Am I in a place of neediness, or am I in a place of desire? And every day your job is just first thing, like, how can I nurture my needs so I can lean into the desires of what I'm here in the world for? This context for the conversation beyond going to work to pay bill, to make money to pay bills, and do it every day again and again and again and again is insanity. It's insanity. So this week I'm going to give you really practical things to actually monetize your solution-based service. We're going to connect with what that looks like, your solution, and then being able to monetize that consistently. We want to focus on day 4 is about reoccurring income, and day 5 is about selling, showing up, and serving your solution, okay? So I am so excited for you over this week. Really lean into this, okay? Because when you understand this, this is how you're going to make money. Not from a place of needing money, not from a place of needing to serve your solution, from a place of desire. Desiring to serve the value that you have to offer in all facets. So if you feel like you're lacking something exactly where you are, that's the work of reconnecting to your enoughness, to your self-sufficiency, so that we can talk about tomorrow being of service in the world. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2, creating your solution-based service and what that looks like. Okay, have a wonderful day.